year in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Detroit Lions. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Ready?
It's our time. It's our time.
Hey, lock it.
What twitch?
Hard.
On 1st and 10, Landry. And he's got it complete to Anderson. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Go out.
He's coming. Double up.
Stand.
Check 24.
Hit it.
Operating from the gun, Landry. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack.
Watch the run. Hey, watch it. Showing up.
Greystone, Travis. Go. Ready?
Looking to throw. Landry. That's complete to Jake Butt. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go.
Cut. 180.
54 Mike.
Double that green.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Following the fumble recovery, Landry. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
61, matchbox lights. Check what, squeeze. Look at me. Go. Now. Get it.
From the gun, Landry. It's caught. Reception by Holmes. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On second down, Johnson. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. They've got a third down and 5 to start things out.
Kelly. Protein spill. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
Watch that, watch that, watch that.
Jester. 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 Hey, foxtrot. Foxtrot.
Hey, check right. Watch 55.
Okay.
Here's Goff. But he will find a man here as Thomas comes open. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey,
Hold on. Check. 17.
Here's Goff. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line. Check 31.
Maverick. 5. Hey, seam 6.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. There's a party there.
From the red zone now, Goff. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Johnson. Room here to run. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Ty Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt, you need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point good by Prater, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Just like that.
Topper! Hey, Zoo!
He's checking. Crash.
Yep.
I got it. Kill.
Hey, lock it!
Kill.
Hard! Hey, exit!
Watch the safety creep.
5!
Throwing again. Landry. And this is Parker, complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Hey, go!
He's coming. Check in.
Hey, watch that! Hey, watch the ball!
Hey,
Roll out!
Pick the edge.
Bam!
Check 99.
To throw on 3rd down. Landry, open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
First down.
On the double.
Mike, 28. I got you. I got you. Check safety. Check safety.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Let's go, D.
Leo.
No. Off. Safe.
Operating from the gun, Landry. And the catch made by Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Gain of 9 yards. First down, Steelers.
Got it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Pilot, 64, weak.
All right, D, let's go. All right, D.
Gone.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check. Fresno.
Five.
Alert flare.
Go.
Motion. You go tight. You got tight right there.
Two.
From the gun, Landry is going to fire one deep. And this is caught. That one goes for 30 yards. And that seemed to me to be all about trusting your receiver.
No doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned, a ton of trust, and he knows how good his guy is. So to him, it wasn't up for grabs. To him, it was a big play waiting to happen.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Check. Lucky.
So they'll try again with Anderson. And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Landry got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
There we go.
A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, Charlie. Go. Look at me. Go.
Watch the whip. Check 52.
Get it.
To throw again. Landry going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Twist on Travis. Hey. High 7. Yes. Rock it.
Hey, check 24.
Let's go.
A final shot before break. Landry, he's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Tight left. Pull down. Hey, 116. Shift.
11. Hey, Haywood.
Now it's gone. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
55.
Hey, Orville.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Mike 55.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Now gone. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
8, read.
They run again on first down. Anderson, he'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check your backer, check your backer.
Go out. Look at me. Zipper. Get ready.
Now Anderson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
Ready up.
All day, all day. Bang, 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 bang.
Fair, fair.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Leo.
Let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Landry. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Score.
Watch out, watch out.
Hey, Sam off.
They'll try the left side. Parker. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's something that got to be.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Michael Thomas. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Ready? 10 Tucson. Hey, wahoo!
Mike 51, Mike 51.
I got him.
Hey!
51, Mike 51.
Blue down. Switch.
Rock it.
Joker. Kill.
Hey, lock it.
Watch safety.
Hey, Alpha.
Safety screaming.
Yo, snap.
Throwing again. Landry. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
You're out.
Hey, switch gears.
Get it.
On first down, Landry going top shot. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
Bang it.
Now. Hey, Foxtrot. General West, they go.
Throwing on first down. Landry. It gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Let's get it. Slam.
Fair.
Tackle. Watch twist.
Leo. Fight.
2nd and 3. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Mike 55.
Hey, Lim.
On first down, Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Come on, boy. You better be ready.
After the sack on first down, Goff. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter, going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just did one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Louis. Watch 55. Squeeze, double. 55 is my guy, 55.
Here we go. Hey, exit.
Mike 55.
Third and long. It's gone. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Third and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Going for the deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Here we go. Set. 90 Wolf.
Watch the curl.
6'6". Bullet high.
Check 25. Check 20.
Gone.
Patrick. He's coming.
Hey, Sam off.
He's coming. Double up.
Hit it.
On first and 10, Landry. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Look, squeeze. Look at me. Go. Ready.
To throw again, Landry. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Ready.
And the Steelers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is third and 10.
Mike 51. Don't say nothing. Kill.
Rock it. Yep.
Goose. Share.
Shoot.
From the gun, Landry. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Deshaun Hand picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And how about this? Fourth and long, and they're going to go for it.
Check me out. Swing.
22 jet bombers. Hey, Echo. Go.
Mike 51. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Go, Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Let's go.
On fourth down, Landry. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Justin Coleman. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Now Prater to add the PAT. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, lock it.
Throwing after the interception. Landry. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Check 13. Check 13. Check 9. Check 9.
Throwing again. Landry. And he slings one that's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily, fell incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
He's cracked.
Hard.
Kill.
Go out.
And the blitz does come. This is Johnson. He's got it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
I'm letting you know.
Bear.
He's coming.
Leo.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Landry. He's got Jake Butt, his tight end. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a 1st. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
His afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
218, chop it.
He's checking.
Look at me. Go.
Kill. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll try the left side. It's Parker. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Hey, let's go.
Rock it.
Hitting the mirrors back in.
Hey, lock it. Hey, Delta.
Quick dad.
Go.
Check 99. 51 to Mike.
Ready.
Operating from the gun. Landry. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So this defense gets an assist from the goalpost, and as a result, it's going to keep them within one score.
Yeah, and that looked to be good the whole way. But that is a big break here in the fourth quarter of a football game. Now your offense needs to find a way to capitalize.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
20. Hey, kill.
Check safety, check safety.
You draw quarter.
Safe.
On third down, Johnson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down.
Come on, D. Back.
They run. It's Johnson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Go, come on. 20.
You ain't got nothing.
Two.
Check right.
Hey, Charlie.
Yeah.
Goff now to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Now you won.
55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got it at the 15. 39 yards there. A big one. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Steelers, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for Detroit, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.